Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is a really exciting day. It is my best friend's bridal shower. I figured today I would do a Q&A, get ready with me kind of video. So let's get started. Okay, I've got fresh face on, just hopped out of the shower. I've got my laptop here with the top 15 questions that you guys asked. I have them in like weird chronological kind of order so that it somewhat flows. Like the questions don't necessarily backpack off each other, but in my world it flows. So here we go. Alright, so question number 1. What made you want to start your YouTube channel again? Well, I've always been the kind of person that I love documenting life moments, and I started realizing as quarantine was going on that we're literally living in history, and I wanted to almost document the history that we're living in, and be able to look back on it later on in life and just be like, wow, I can't believe I survived that and that we lived through that. Also, like, I grew up with my grandfather putting like a giant camcorder in our face. He always was wanting to document mine and my cousins, birthday parties and life events. So I guess I kind of picked up that gene from him, and just always wanting to just keep everything documented. And especially now that technology has definitely progressed and we're no longer needing to put everything on VHSs, it's just easier now to just have everything together like on one USB. So I figured YouTube be like my hub and have everything there. So that's just the main reason that I decided to start it up again. I just like documenting life events and just doing weird shit. Okay, next question. What are you going back to school for? So I am getting my master's in international public relations, and with a focus also on crisis management. I did my undergrad in public relations, and I'm working for a major cruise line now, so I figured that it would help advance my career, obviously, because it's something that I like to do. I've always been very problem oriented. I can fix problems very easily, and I always find loopholes in stuff. So okay, question number 3. What is your favorite sport? So I have 2 favorite sports. They are basketball and soccer. I've played both sports almost my whole life, but I rather play soccer than watch it, just because I don't know, I just feel like watching it just gets so boring and tedious. I just like to be in on the action. But then consequently, I'd rather watch basketball than play it, because I just feel like it's more dramatic, and I don't know, I'm just weird. I just rather watch it than play it. Simple as that. What is your secret to staying so skinny, and how did you get so fit? Definitely there's no secret. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent with your diet, you gotta be consistent with your workout routine, and you need to be consistent with how you treat your body and your recovery. Because you can go to the gym and you can lift as many weights as you want, but if you're not coming home and like using the foam roller or any kind of like muscle relaxers to help your recovery, you're never gonna recover quick enough. Same with your diet. You need to be consistent. You can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna eat super clean for 2-3 days and then, oh, you know what, let me binge out like on a quesadilla. It doesn't work that way. And trust me, I had to learn that the hard way. I've always been such a foodie, and when I started my weight loss journey about 1.5 years ago, it was most definitely a wake-up call that I couldn't be drinking the amount that I was drinking and eating the amount that I was eating. A lot of people didn't know this, but when I got out of the relationship that I was in, I had gained close to 30 pounds, which is an insane amount for me. Like, I'm 5'7", and the average 5'7" woman is like 150 pounds or so. I was weighing close to 170 something. So I wasn't exactly overweight, but I wasn't where I wanted to be health-wise. And it just it was taking a toll on me mentally. It just wasn't a good time physically or mentally for me, so I decided to make a change when I got out of that relationship. And part of that change was getting myself back in the gym, getting consistent with a diet, and just being very strict on getting to the goal that I wanted to get to. And after a year and a half, I can confidently say that I'm at my goal, but I'm being a little selfish, so I want a little bit more muscle. So of course, my workout routine is just a little different, but just to put it bluntly, to answer that question, the secret to staying fit and skinny and whatever goal that you want to be at is consistency. And if you're not consistent, you're not going to get to that goal. All right. This question's kind of funny. Why is someone like you still single? Well, I just don't tolerate being treated less than how I think I deserve to be treated. I don't tolerate bad behavior from anyone. And I have always been very big on, I'm not going to waste my time on something that I don't feel is worth like the investment. So I'm picky. I'm a picky person, and I'm not gonna waste my time on someone that I don't think I see a future with. Okay. How many boyfriends have you had? You seem like you break a lot of hearts. You guys are hysterical. I've only been in one very serious relationship. I don't break that many hearts. If I've broken your heart, please let me know. I'm very oblivious. I don't pay attention. I'm the kind of person to be like, oh, you're flirting with me? I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. I don't know. Honestly, this was like my favorite question that I got asked. It's very out of the box. And you know who you are who asked me this question. So, how many, oh no. Okay, hold on. When was the last time you opened a door for a guy during a date outing? Well, growing up, I was always told the man has to be the one that like holds the door open for you. You have to be, you know, the man has to pay this and that. The woman never do anything. Well, it's 2020. Dating has most definitely changed, and I do think it's okay for women to be a little a little bit more chivalrous. Can't speak. So I really can't remember the last time I held the door open for a man, but I can tell you that the last time I went on a date with a guy, we went to brunch and I picked up the tab. So I don't know. I just felt like, you know what, like I feel comfortable doing it, and I feel like it's almost like a power move on my end. So yeah, I covered the tab. Don't worry, I wasn't breaking the bank, but at the same time, women, it's okay to pay the bill, but don't break the bank and don't go like overboard, because at the end of the day, you're his date, you're not his sugar mama. So that's my stand on it. Why'd you get Luna off Craigslist and not adopt? First off, I was wanting to adopt a dog when it was time for our family to get another dog. I've always been a very big advocate on adopt, don't shop, because there's so many dogs in the shelters that do need like homes. But we, as a family, we were a little desperate in wanting to fill the void of Gigi, who, if you don't know, Gigi was my childhood dog, and we had to sadly put her down last year in July. And even though she could never be replaced, we as a family, we just felt very empty, and we just wanted to feel happy again. And we wanted to feel whole as a family. We felt like our family was broken. So we started doing our research on dogs that we wanted, and my mom brought it up, why don't we get a Schnauzer? She grew up with Schnauzers her whole life. She had 3 different ones at 3 different points in her life, and they were all named Fritz. Very original, Mom, good job. And we also wanted a dog that didn't shed, because we love you, Gigi, may you rest in peace, but that dog shed like crazy. She was a fox terrier, so dogs, you guys know that dogs with smooth hair, they're like short, like smooth hair, they shed like crazy, and it was not fun. To this day, it's been a year and a half, I'm still finding GG hairs. Yeah. So we had been looking through Schnauzer rescues and so many different kind of organizations trying to find a Schnauzer, and we had found two separate times, but sadly both adoptions they fell through. I mean, like, I was even willing to like drive across country or whatever. Like, that's literally, we were searching everywhere, but it just nothing was coming through. And I started asking a lot of friends who have Schnauzers, oh, where'd you get your Schnauzer? Where'd you adopt from? And everyone was saying that they had gotten their Schnauzer on Craigslist. So I started doing my research, and I just, there was just nothing under like $1,900. And mind you, this wasn't the holiday season. This was around August. Like, yeah, this was towards the end of August that I'm doing my research, so not even holiday season whatsoever. And I put the range from like Miami to, I think it was like the furthest I was willing to drive was like Jacksonville, like go on a road trip by myself. So I started looking and looking and looking, and there was just nothing within our family's budget. And because mind you, we were also taking into consideration that we would have to spay the dog, get it vaccinated, chipped, the whole 9 yards. And we just couldn't find anything. So, for shits and giggles one day, I then decided, let me look in the Florida Keys. The first one that popped up was this guy named Henry. Shout out to you, Henry, if you're watching this. And he was posted as like, you know, this family man with the you know, breeding Schnauzers, and it was like somewhat breeding, somewhat of a rescue, and because he took it as a donation, and he was the most reasonably priced. And we went one day, we took my brother, it was my mom and I can link the video down below of our adventure last year going to get her, because that was probably like the last vlog I had posted before kind of doing like taking my YouTube hiatus, because school just, I was not used to going to school. It had been 2 years since I had gone to school. So, alright, I'm getting sidetracked. But anyways, we got her, and she was the best addition and decision that we as a family have made, and she really has like provided so much entertainment now during quarantine that if we didn't have her, probably be losing our minds. Let's see. Okay. What is your dream job? So, growing up, I always had the dream of being an actress. I still do dream one day of maybe ending up on the Broadway stage. So, we will see. One day. Maybe. Who knows? But I did musical theater and regular theater as like a after school activity when it was in the off season for sports. So I just always fell in love with the idea of just performing in front of a crowd, and I think that's why I thrived so much in varsity cheerleading when it was competition season. It was just, it's a rush, it's a whole explanation that I could give, but it would take up half of this video. But it's just that's always been the dream. I'm such a musical theater geek. Don't ever take me to New York if you don't want to go see shows, because that is literally what we will get stuck doing every single night. Okay. Do you have any weird birthmarks or tattoos? So no, I don't have any tattoos. My mother would absolutely kill me if I did. Plus, my style is always changing, and I feel like 6 months later I would want to change the color or the style of it, so it's just not ideal for me to get a tattoo. In terms of weird birthmarks, yeah, my cousins and I, on my dad's side of the family, we all have a birthmark. It's not the same shape on all of us, but we all have a birthmark on our left butt cheek. It's so weird. I call it the Reyes birthmark, and mine looks like a black bean, I think. So if you see pictures of me in a bikini and you see like a weird mark on my left butt cheek, it's the birthmark. Okay. Why are you doing Botox? You're too young. You're right. I am very young. I started doing it when I was 25. I turned 27 next month. Today is October 10th. But it's preventative. And I like to take care of myself, you know? Treat yourself. That is most definitely what I live by. And I want to do it for me. I like looking 25 forever. But aside from the fact that it is preventative, you know, if you want to do Botox as your own personal decision, just go ahead and do it. Don't let society or anybody tell you otherwise. Both men and women, if you want to do it, screw it. Just go and do it. But don't be one of those psycho people that go and get like a whole syringe where your face is completely frozen. Like, I can still move my face. Yeah, I can still move my face. But just don't do it for you. Don't do it because society tells you that you have to or that you want to stay young. That's my excuse. I just want to stay young. And if I don't look young, well, don't burst my bubble. Okay. This is another really good question that I love that I got. And again, for you person who asked me it, you know who you are. Honestly, thank you for asking me this because it feels good. So the question is, what is good about how you are living your life right now? You seem to be in such a good place these days. And you know what? I am honestly in the best place that I have ever been in my life. I am probably the happiest I've ever been right now in my life. And it's mainly because I took back control of my life and I started living for me and putting me first. I've always been the kind of person that I put others before me. Always try to like hype other people up. And also, sadly, one of my like biggest flaws is that I kind of like compare myself to other people a lot. And I kind of let that hinder sometimes my experience. Well, I used to, not anymore. And I would let sometimes other people's opinions of me hinder life events and things in life. And I just started realizing that that wasn't worth the stress. And I'm living for me and putting my happiness as a priority. And I honestly couldn't be happier. I'm just, there's no other way to put it. I'm just the happiest person ever now. And I post what I want to post. I'd make these weird YouTube videos. I would never make a video like this before, but I'm in a very I don't care kind of mentality, and I'm living for me. Okay, sorry, I just had to do my eyeliner, and like that's one of those weird things that I can't like multitask when it comes to doing my eyeliner. But I didn't realize I'm actually going through these questions like a little bit quickly. Alright, next question. So, what is your drink of choice? Oh my god. So, I used to be the biggest scotch drinker. And you would literally just have me drinking like scotch on the rocks, old fashions. Like, I was a scotch and whiskey person. But sadly, oh, and wine. I was the biggest Sauvignon Blanc drinker. But sadly, due to dietary purposes, they weren't the least in calories, so I had to limit my drinks of my poison of choice. But now when I go out, I will do like a vodka soda, as basic as it is. But it is the best thing for you if you're on a diet. 'Cause remember, consistency is key, and you need to be consistent with your diet if you want to see results. So I'll do a vodka soda, or if I'm feeling a little bit more indulgent, an extra dirty martini. Like, I'm talking absolutely filthy. You can't really see through the glass. But my vodka of choice, I'm a bougie bitch, it will be either like Belvedere or Grey Goose. My dad spoiled me. My dad was always like showing me, like, if you're gonna drink a martini, like, it's gonna be, you gotta do like top of the line. Plus my dad thinks that he is James Bond, so, you know, shaken not stirred. And always 3 to 4 olives for their blue cheese stuff. You gotta have a cheat snack or something in there every once in a while. Oh my god, okay. Then the next question is, can you go back to blonde, please? Absolutely not anytime soon. I was blonde for almost 10 years, and for as fun as it is, because blondes have more fun, I'm naturally a brunette. I'm a dark chocolate brown bunny like this, and being blonde, it was, number one, very expensive, because you got to go back every like 3 months to get your highlights or balayage or whatever it is that you're doing. Girls, you understand, you have to go back like every 3 months to upkeep it, especially if you're not naturally blonde. You don't want your roots showing. That's a big no-no. And it's just very damaging to your hair. Like, imagine putting bleach on your hair like every 3 months. And if you were like me and wanting to do it literally from top to like all the way in the back because you didn't want any sign of brunette showing whatsoever, my hair was just so damaged. And I was, like I said, I was blonde for almost 10 years. So you do the math. Yeah, let me do the math right now. So with what I would get charged plus tip. Oh no, wait. What this? Okay, yeah, that's roughly around what I would pay. I would pay like around like $200, like that's including tip, $200 every 3 months. All right, so that's like, I spent close to almost $10,000 in hair. Not fun. Could have invested that in something else. So and my hair, I always thought, I just have naturally very thin hair. No, I didn't realize until after going back to brunette that the blonde was damaging my hair so much that it wasn't growing to the fullest capacity that it could. And I just didn't like that. I just always thought that there was something wrong with me, and I'm learning now that there is absolutely nothing wrong with me. But I just, again, like going back to my question of how I'm living for me, everyone was telling me, oh, don't go back to brunette, stay blonde, you look so much better as a blonde. Well, you know what wasn't looking good? During quarantine, when you would see my roots like growing out to here, and you would see the brunette starting to come out. That was not cute. So that is why I wanted to go back to brunette, because I just didn't want my hair to be damaged anymore. Wanted to save that money that I was wasting away on bleaching my hair every like 3-4 months. And because, you know what, it was time for a change, and I like the brunette. Alright, and so the question that we end it with is, what are you most excited about for the seasons coming up, and also what are your plans for Halloween? So the holiday season is probably like my favorite time of the year, because as I had explained in my Halloween get ready with me video. I'm a spooky bitch. I love horror movies and I love everything spooky and scary. And I just love that that's all that there is on TV now. And I love decorating for Halloween and just the holidays in general. So, look, sorry, I had to get something all the way in the back of the drawer. I love, you know, all the decor, and I love also how the holidays in general, it just brings everyone together. Well, when I say the holidays, I mean, I'm talking about like this Halloween, like Thanksgiving and Christmas. My birthday always falls the weekend of Thanksgiving. I was born on November 29th, so it's always the day after Thanksgiving or just in the weekend in general. So that's always very exciting. I always say November is the most wonderful month of the year because I was born. So, and then comes Christmas. So for as, oh my God, where is this brush? If you guys see this drawer, it's like, it's a makeup hoarder's dream. I love Christmas. I just love the whole like holiday spirit of it. What I don't love is that I go broke, like buying gifts for people, because like I said, I just put others before myself and I just go apeshit buying stuff for people. I give my friends like always like this like giant basket of like stuff that I know that they don't need, but you know what? I saw it at Marshall's and I had to get it for them. So it's just like the hustle and bustle of the holidays. It's just such a fun time. So that's just what I love the most. But what are my plans for Halloween? Sally, since not all of us are like really comfortable or anything going out. Like, I really don't care, but I know that some of my friends, they're a little apprehensive of going out. I, for the first time, I'm gonna be hosting a little Halloween party. I'm not gonna tell you guys what I am for Halloween because it is a surprise. I do plan on filming a video for Halloween of everything that I have planned for that day, from you know, getting ready with me with my costume, to, you know, cooking and baking for my little get together with my friends. And I'm excited to just be together with everyone. That's just what the holidays are all about and what I look forward to the most. Wait. Okay, so I actually ended this video before I'm actually done doing my makeup. I knew this would happen. I should have added more questions. So I guess I'll just add more questions for next time. But let me finish getting ready and then I'll give you guys a proper goodbye. Okay, so obviously now I am dressed and ready to go. Makeup done, hair done. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's probably cringy, first time doing a video like this, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this. But don't forget to give this video a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.